and welcome to Casual Leaves, and I'm here with a special edition because I've got some unique plants with some unique foliage, really standing out, very different. So I'm going to show you one by one and we'll get into the details of the care for them. The first one I have here is English ivy. The second one I have is a caladium Hilo Beauty. And the third one I have is something special, which is a watermelon peperomia. So I'm going to get into the details of each one of these and talk about their care, the propagation, lighting and watering and other details and what's unique about them. So let's get into it. So the first one we're going to start with is the watermelon peperomia, also known as Peperomia argyrius. Argyrius means the silver stripes that you see on the leaves, which give it a resemblance of the watermelon fruit shape. They have no relation to the fruit watermelon or to begonias because there are conversations about that. These are specifically from the Peperomia genus. Though their leaves are very fleshy, almost like a succulent, but they are not succulents. I've actually tried to research a lot about that. They act like succulents, but they are not. In fact, the leaves at times become really delicate and fall off, which is what you need to watch out for. The red stems are the other thing the plant stands out for. It's a very ornamental plant and it has been given awards for being a really beautiful looking plant by Royal Garden Societies. And yeah, getting on to its care, it requires water only when the top few inches of the soil has dried up. We should avoid letting it get bone dry or keeping it too moist, otherwise the leaves will start dropping. While I was shooting the video, a leaf has fallen off and I think it will be a good time to show how to propagate them. So if the leaf has completely fallen off and there is no stem attached to it, what you need to do is you can just cut the leaf in two parts. Make sure that the upper part of the cut you make has that little node of the stem. That's where the roots will grow from. The other half also can be used and put in some soil, which is what I'm going to show here now. You can also propagate the stems in water. So if you just cut the stems with the red stem on it attached, you can just place it in a water container and that also can get propagated. I'm trying right now the leaf method. I'm taking some aeroid soil that I have and I have mixed equal parts of cocoa peat into it. Ideally this could be done in sphagnum moss, but I do not have that, so I'm using what I have. This is how you place the cut part of the leaf so that a part of it is above the soil. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other part. Be sure to pick a container like the one I have used, which is not too big or tall, because we need to create a great amount of humidity. So I'm in fact gonna cover this pot with a lid and place it in a well lit area. Usually it takes about 4 weeks is what I've heard for the basic roots to start developing. After that, maybe another 2 weeks more for the roots to become bigger, and that's when you can start putting the propagations into a soil mix. As for the lighting requirements, peperomias require indirect bright light. They do not appreciate harsh sunlight. In fact, it can really damage the leaves. They'll start curling up and they'll just fall off, so avoid that. I am placing it here down below where they get good indirect light, and in fact they are now placed next to my humidifier because they do like humidity. I'm going to do the same thing with the propagations, just that they do not need humidifier because they're already covered. That's going to take care of that. The next two plants I'm going to take you through are the English ivy, which is a beautiful woody vine. It's a perennial plant and it used to be an invasive plant, but it has been converted into an indoor house plant. And the other one I'm going to take you through is the Caladium Hylo Beauty, which is also confused with alocaceas and colocaceas, but it's actually a caladium. Let's get into the care details for both of these unique, beautiful foliage plants. So the English ivy leaves are also very thick and hardy and fleshy, just like a succulent. Again, it behaves like a succulent, but as much as I could research and I tried finding it out, it's not classified as a succulent. It's purely a woody perennial vine. These can be very aggressive vines. They are known to cover up a lot of ground very quickly. In fact, they were banned in certain parts of the world long back until before they were converted into house plants. And now a lot of people use them to cover walls of their outdoor yards and fences. But it makes for a really beautiful indoor plant with this beautiful shape of the leaves, which have hundreds, more than hundreds of varieties. Actually, it's quite interesting to find out which one you may find near your location. English ivy leaves are known to have either 6 lobes or 3 lobes or 5 lobes. You can try and identify which kind of English ivy it is from that. They are known to have this dragon head shape on them. I'll try and insert an image of how that appears to be. And yeah, their watering requirements are similar to all the other indoor tropical rare houseplants. You need to only water it when the top few inches have dried up. Overwatering will cause damage, underwatering will cause damage, and lighting requirements are indirect bright light. Moving on to Caladium Hylo Beauty. This is, I think, the most attractive plant that you can have in your collection. It is known for its camouflage, pigments, and variegation that it gets on its leaves. The leaves are paper thin, which is what caladiums are typically known for. They're very delicate to touch, and the off-white, yellow variegation is what gives this plant its unique look. Watering requirements again are similar to the last two plants that we discussed. They like to be in moist soil, but not too dry, not too wet. Avoid overwatering it. Water it only when the top few inches of the soil has dried out. And they do love humidity. All the three plants which I've shown today love humidity, love low temperatures, in fact. So try to have a humidifier if you're planning to keep them. Propagation of caladium is through rhizomes, so you need to divide the plant in case you want to do that. Whereas for the English ivy, it's very easy. You just need to cut the stem off with maybe 3 pairs of leaves in it and let the nodes be submerged in water, or directly you can propagate in soil. So that's it for now. I think all the three plants that we have today have a similar living condition, so you could go ahead and easily get them together. You could keep them together in your house to create a look, or you can keep them in isolation to add accents to your kitchen, your living room, your bathrooms. English ivy especially, it creates a great look. I'll try and add some pictures here to show how people achieve that. And yeah, if you like this video, please do like and subscribe. It helps me make more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.